So, we have here game number 2 for GosuLeague Division 1. We have NEXT.kz versus mTw, and it's gonna be NEXT.kz on the Radiant side this time and mTw on the Dire side. For this game, unlike game 2, we don't have a stand-in for NEXT.kz because Mantis showed up and is gonna be taking that captain slot for NEXT.kz, and hopefully will bring us a bit more even game than we saw a previous game where mTw just totally ripped NEXT.kz apart. For this game, yeah, sorry, I have a co-caster. His name is Tulex. Hello. Hi.
Hey.
So yeah, Mantis there. So I'm really hoping that that was the factor that was holding NEXT.kz down, that he wasn't there.
Might be true. We'll see about that this game. He might know the mTw picks better as well. So
yeah, he bans out the same one that we saw ban out last time, the Brood Mother. I'm actually expecting a Lone Druid ban out as well in the first one. Well, they ban out Leshrac, so pushing hero.
They can afford the Lone Druid ban because they are the first pick right now, but they were the second pick last game, so you actually have to ban heroes like Lycanthrope and Darkseer,
yeah, and
even Furion.
No Lone Druid ban out. Gonna have an Enchantress ban as well as a Lycan and a Darkseer, and that kind of leads me to believe that maybe they will be okay if Lone Druid indeed gets picked up by mTw. Maybe they would be okay with that because they believe they can shut him down enough so that they can finish before he's big. Let's hope for him.
Well, we saw the Lana ban by the mTw last game in the second phase.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, NEXT.kz is the team who just goes for crazy picks. So we might see them trying to go for the Lanaya to counter Syllaber slightly. We might see how that works out. And yeah, they just banned the Enchantress, so maybe they want the Chen again and not having to face the Enchantress this time. And with the Furion ban, we might as well see the Chen. Or maybe the Wisp, who was banned last time. There's also CK still in all the good heroes.
Yeah, I have seen CKs being used by NEXT.kz, but the first two games that I saw them using the CK with a combination, I think it was both it was with an AA, they were not able to take those games. They were just not used to it.
Oh.
So I hope they have practice with that if they're indeed gonna go with that, because that just didn't work out. They are more at peace with the Morphling if they're gonna be able to pick that up again.
Yep.
Which we will see.
And mTw might. Oh, never mind. Wanted to say that they might take the Wisp and the CK combination, but they just went for the Enigma, which they love to play.
Yeah, and it's of course also a kind of counter in the Chen. At least you're not gonna be out-farmed in the jungle, because Enigma is farming faster than the Chen. Maybe pushing power is a bit less, but still some pushing power there as well. So good hero for them to pick up if they're gonna play it in the jungle. And a Chaos Knight. So the combination is not possible anymore for NEXT.kz. They could still go for a Wisp and something other, but Chaos Knight out of the question.
Yeah, they love the Wisp with Ursa as well. She works out well with Juggernaut as well.
Yeah, just those heavy burst heroes, kinda.
I just wanted to say that mTw just loves to play their jungle. They kind of hate it when there's no jungle heroes left, so they needed to pick up the Enigma really fast, since there was no one else left.
Yep. Or otherwise they would have gone for something, you know, non-controversial, but they don't really do that. They rather go for the safe picks. Safe jungle heroes. And Queen of Pain Windrunner picked up for NEXT.kz, two very strong solo lanes for them. And mTw picking up the Invoker in answer to that, because they need a solo lane as well. So they're gonna have that Invoker being played in that mid lane, and they still need one side solo and then a combination with the CK, and then they're set. A bit of a different lineup than the previous time. At least Lone Druid is banned out, so that is something I'm happy about. And Venomancer as well as a Shadow Demon ban out for NEXT.kz. Two heroes that work well with the CK, even though I kind of would be expecting a Separation ban out or a Lina or, you know, something that could go well with the CK. Crystal Maiden, for example, unless they want to pick that up for themselves.
Oh, there are just too much supers left to ban them all, and those two bans are great as well. We saw mTw playing Venomancer a lot, as well as the Shadow Demon.
True.
If they are able to get them. Yeah, just Invoker great pick, as well as great synergy with the Chaos Knight. to Sunstrike into the stun. And if they get Wisp as well, I'm not sure if they are familiar with this hero, but if they get the Wisp, there's a lot of uh, global ganking coming out of them with the Chaos Knight Wisp and the Sunstrike.
Yeah. Do you really think they would go for that? Because if they do, and I applaud that because that I like that kind of play, but if they do, that's not really mTw style.
Yep. Yeah.
It would be
Probably not.
interesting,
I mean,
but
would be exactly. It would be interesting, but I never saw them play the Wisp. So
we're first gonna see what NEXT.kz is gonna go for. I mean, whichever hero they're gonna pick up now is gonna basically give away what kind of combination they want to go for. And since they banned out the Shadow Demon by themselves already, which is kind of surprising because he makes for great combinations and also nice to stop a lot of combinations incoming from mTw if they're actually going to go for a combination with that CK. But they kind of banned out themselves, so I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to go for. Sand King Lina, perhaps?
Dire team pick.
I'm not exactly sure at this stage, but they need to realize that if they you first pick the Chen and then you have to take those towers. The thing that happened last game that they had no pushing power coming along with the Chen. That's just crucial.
Yeah, they have the same thing right now again. So we're gonna see. Because if they pick up the last one, well, I'm really not sure. Maybe Mirana or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Could
They
work
just
out.
need to take those towers on the easy lane if they don't challenge. I mean, the Chen was just wasted last game. He was farming in the woods a bit and tried to do something on the lane, didn't really kill off the lone druid.
Nope.
And you need to make him work early game if you first pick that hero.
Yeah, no, it looks like I was right. Yay! Lina picked up here with the CK. It's a good combination.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guaranteed stun and a lot of burst damage too.
It's easy to kill heroes as well as the Queen of Pain and the Windrunner with the stun lock on those two.
Yeah, exactly.
So nothing can really stand against that on early game.
Because so far, I mean, mTw, they got a Malefice, they got a Chaos Bolt, they got Cold Snap, and they got Lina Stun. Every single one of those has a disable, and of course they have a Shackle, but then they have a slow, and then Chen, yeah, maybe he has a slow, and of course that maybe you can count the if he has a centaur, you can count his stun, but basically the only solid stun is the Sand King. The only one that's guaranteed to hit. And that might hurt them a lot.
Yep.
So we're gonna see if they're gonna do something about that with their last pick. But they're going into reserve time. I mean, maybe they were going to go for Lina as well. And then that got totally obliterated because that was picked up by mTw. And maybe mTw only picked it up because they were expecting maybe NEXT.kz is going to go for Lina. But Lina fits okay in our lineup as well. So let's go for Lina ourselves.
Rana.
I was right again. Damn it.
Nice.
Oh, good.
I mean, they have at least 4 evasive heroes. Like, aside from Chen, there's 4 escape skills, or at least 4 heroes which have escape skills.
Yeah.
Windrunner, the Blink, the Sandstorm, as well as the Burrow Strike and the Leap. But there's a lot of stuns upon mTw which can't be evaded with those skills. Like, you can jump away from the Vengeful Spirit stun and stuff like that, but you can't really jump from the Cold Snap or the Malefice or the Lina stun. You actually can evade the Chaos Knight stun, but it's so hard, especially with like Queen of Pain. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, Queen of Pain got a too long cast time for that blink to dodge that stun, I believe, because the stun is also so fast from the Chaos Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be really hard for them. Of course, with Mirana, they also have another stun with the arrow, and she will probably lane with that Sand King. That's like a guaranteed stun on her arrow, so they might be going for some first blood if they can. But they're up versus very difficult heroes also. With the Bounty Hunter being the last pickup for mTw, that's probably gonna be a solo lane for them. But that's also, I mean, if we look indeed at the NEXT.kz's lineup, they have got a lot of squishy heroes as well. And Bounty Hunter is one of those heroes that's got to make sure those squishy heroes go down with a track on their faces if he can.
Definitely. And NEXT.kz might have thought about like challenging the hardline this time because Enigma gets destroyed by Chan in the woods if they face off. But there's also like Sunstrike coming from the mid lane and stuff like that, so they might not be exactly sure about that anymore.
Yeah, and
But
that
yeah,
Sunstrike is gonna hit, especially on the lane with the Chaos Knight and Alina. But I
yeah,
have to say, this lineup looks a lot more even than the previous one that we saw. So I am happy with that.
yeah. Looks like a better game already.
Yep.
Honestly.
Let's see, for next KZ, we have Equal on the bottom lane, and he is playing that Queen of Pain for next KZ on the Radiant side. Stalkat is going to be playing the Windrunner. We're going to have Lucky on the Chen, who's going to see the ward being placed here. So there's the counter ward. So that's like 100 gold wasted for the Dire side. Nice.
It's always a cooldown a little bit.
30 seconds.
Yep, we're gonna have Reeves on the Sand King on the top lane together with Mantis, so that's gonna be a dual lane indeed. As yeah, Windrunner is actually looking to go middle with Chen in the jungle, and he might go to the Dire jungle also. Just
Yeah,
because,
at
but like
least
what you said, he will be able to kill off the Enigma if he runs into him, if he has a creep.
I expected something right. And on the mTw side, interestingly enough, we saw Sox playing the Invoker, because Syndron is playing the Chaos Knight mid lane alongside the Lina. You can destroy any hero mid lane with this combination, just amazing.
Yep.
Then we have Fancy playing his standard role on the hard lane, but this time the Bounty Hunter. Got Kebab on the Lina, joining the Chaos Knight mid, and then there's fucking Matt playing his Enigma, as he always does.
Yep, and that's the line for mTw. I mean, yeah, that middle lane, I mean, Windrunner, she has a very long range, so she might be able to get some farm for herself. But one reality rift, as soon as Chaos Knight is level 2 or level 3, she has to be so careful, because she will be perma-stunned before she dies, and she won't be able to pop off her Windrun in time.
Denied.
And
yeah.
Invoker actually decided to go for the Quas, at least on level 1, to give him a lot more survivability at this stage.
Getting harassed already a lot here too. Definitely needs it also.
Oh, there's dive
Hello,
on him.
gank.
Might
Yeah.
just die.
He might indeed die. There we have the Burrow Strike. Arrow can't hit yet, or actually can. And Invoker is probably going to be the first blood here, going towards the Chen. As Reeves will be safe. Should be safe. Whoa, or might not be safe. Reeves, what are you doing? Whoo, 25 HP left, pops himself. I thought he could
Very
walk
interesting.
through the jungle also, but yeah, that was a bit risky. In the meantime, though, middle lane Stalkat goes down as well. So that was the combination that we said at level 2 indeed. There was Reality Rift, stun, and then stun from Lina and the Dragon Slave, and that's gonna be the kill. There's just, like you said, there's no escaping from it. There's too much burst.
Syndron was actually a bit lucky getting 2-second stun as well as a lot of damage on that, so without that he actually might have been able to escape with Windrun after the combo. But yeah, there was the 2-second stun and not the 1 second, so easy frag for them in the end.
Yep, and NEXT.kz learning from mTw previous game, because the first
Yep.
tower is already down on the favor of NEXT.kz. So
And
making good
this
use
is
of
what the
that.
dual lane mid actually does to you. It's much harder to take tower if you play dual lane mid, because the first hero can't come as easily, and you know it's harder to push the mid lane tower.
Yeah.
As opposed to the side lane towers.
Double damage.
And they're gonna find
That's why I actually
Invoker in
hate
jungle.
playing dual lanes middle. I mean, they're great for locking out the mid lane hero as well as taking the runes and stuff, but it's much harder to push out.
It looks like there's 3 versus 3 dancing around the forest. And actually, NEXT.kz wants to go for this, or at least they're gonna take the farm. Dragon Slave going through. They now know that Lina's there too. Cold Snap landing on the Sand King. He can still Sandstorm and Burst Strike away if he wants to, but there's a Lina sub. We'll make sure that Sandstorm won't be enough if he stays in there. Actually goes away. Oh, nice pause. Nice pause indeed. Do they still have something? Maybe it's the Lina stun hits, but she is very far away. And there would be a Malefice. There's still mana for that as well.
You can maybe catch the Sand King with Lina, but Priestess of the Moon as well as the Chen should be safe.
Yeah, we neither have boots yet, of course. And actually none of the heroes have boots yet, so it's all gonna come down to base movement speed.
And Fancy is actually getting destroyed on the bot lane. I mean, it's expected, melee hero facing the Queen of Pain, but going 2 for 0 against 16 for 8,
Ouch.
that's kind of harsh. And actually Queen of Pain doesn't have any sentry wards yet, so he should be able to get like it last hit each time he uses the Shadow Walk and just last hit the creep, then Shadow Walk again.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, but he's just 2-4-0, that's just really harsh on him.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
that
sure what
Scream.
happened there.
Well, the Scream of Pain, of course, on Queen of Pain also hits on Fancy if he's invisible, so he can't really
Yeah,
get
that's
that
true.
close either. So if she sees that there's a creep low and she's expecting him to pop up, she might just be throwing off her Scream, and he will not be wanting to go off his invisibility again. But you're right,
Yeah.
it should be more than 2. I mean, it's
Oh,
only 2.
he actually. The reason for that might be he bought the Culling Blade and he bought no Stout Chill. Stout Chill helps you a lot if you're a melee hero. Especially against your like King of Pain who just uses the Shadow Strike and attacks you a lot. But he doesn't have that. He bought the Culling Blade because he wanted to eat the tree in the forest. If you look near the tower, near the Radiant Tower, like on the right, there's Eaton tree where you usually hide when you're facing a trial lane because he was expecting a trial lane. Then you just hide there and take some EXP. But there was actually solo Queen of Pain facing him, so he didn't have the Stout Shield, and his tree in the forest isn't really good for anything. So he got demolished. Sad for him. But, you know, it's Bounty Hunter, he just needs level 6 and he can come back so easily into the game.
Yeah, with that track, I mean, his whole team can bounce back from that one if they need it. Because what do you think about Syndra's position here? Are they gonna be able to get a kill with him? Because he is almost full mana, and he is of course very fastest hero in this game. As in Luna is faster, but she's not
Oh,
in this game.
he might actually catch someone, yeah, that's true. He has no boots yet, and there's the leap buff up on the Mirana as well as the Chen.
Yeah.
So they're slightly faster than usually. But still, Chaos Knight's slightly faster anyway. So
Yeah,
he
but
might get some. Yeah,
the
it's
Sand
good
King.
position.
Where's the Sand King gonna go then? He doesn't have a sandstorm anymore for another 40 seconds. He doesn't have a TP. He's probably
It
gonna
would be an
die.
easy choice. If he had the TP, he could just barrel strike in the top forest and TP out, or at least try it. But now he just needs to run straight. Like, you can't really see what they write on the minimap, right? So
Nope.
there's no reason. He just needs to run straight and try to dodge the stun from the Lina, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you go for the secret shop and then burrow strike in the forest if he wants to, and
Yeah, so.
of course buy up TP before he does that. But then will
What
still be the Lina stun if she's fast enough.
what NEXT.kz needs to be careful about is not losing all of the heroes. Maybe just suicide the Sand King a bit, so maybe even stun the Lina so they can't catch them out. I'm not sure about if they are cautious. I mean, if they know about the Chaos Knight incoming,
They probably
they
know that
could
he's
because
missing, and they have got
yeah.
a ward close by.
hmm
So
So if they know about that, then maybe Sand King just should suicide so they can't really follow up on him. But he can actually kill the Chen solo at this point.
yeah,
So we'll see about how this plays out.
yeah, because Sand King also got the lead buff by the way, so he'll be some what sped up as well. But it really will depend on the movement speed. And indeed, for NEXT.kz, if they think like, okay, Sand King is not gonna get out of this one, if they already accept that, then he might turn around to try to delay them from chasing the rest. And then all they need to
Exactly.
deal with is the Chaos Knight. And if he gets lucky stun up, that might not end well. What are they talking about?
The Heroes of New Earth.
Oh.
Keba was playing Heroes of New Earth a lot, so he knows something. I'm not if Equal is like just joking around about playing Khan, but maybe he knows. I actually need to go AFK for a while now. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna drink some water. Well, I just showed you the graphs. I mean, this is the tower that just dropped. For the rest of farm is just very even from both sides. I mean, Queen of Pain doing very good in the bottom lane, and in the meantime, Chaos Knight doing very good in the middle lane. And top lane, of course, yeah, Mirana 9 for 2. She did not get that much last hits on creeps, but she did definitely get the tower. And yeah, it's just very even still. 2 last hits for the Invoker. And it looks like, I guess he decided not to change PC, so it will take a bit more time.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. Nothing changed. Other than that, we know that it's gonna take a bit more time still.
Okay, cool.
Comment ça va? Ça va bien. On attend is like waiting, maybe. Can you speak French?
On entend? I had French lessons during my high school, like for 6 years, but
Me too.
there had been a lot of problems with our teachers as well as with the attitude in the class, so I
So,
didn't
no.
really remember that much, and yeah, like first teacher just learned, the name of the animals and just didn't really care. Then the second one actually believed we learned something and tried to learn something to us, teach. And then she had a stroke and actually died. So we didn't have a
What?
French
Then you
teacher
had
for
what?
like our French teacher had a stroke and died.
Oh, wow.
And then we hadn't have a like for a while French teacher. Then another teacher came which was actually pretty good, but she believed we actually know something from the previous 3 years, but we didn't really. So she couldn't really teach us that much. It's a very complicated language, but once you learn it, I think it could be really cool.
Yeah, I can order bread. I'm happy.
Okay.
That's about it. But I can say comment ça va. Ça va
Okay, I
bien.
can say the basics, but I would prefer not to.
Je m'appelle Yuri.
Ah, je m'appelle.
I can say how old I am. Oh, I don't know if you can say the number actually. 27? 27, I guess.
One. What number wanted to say?
27.
It's like 27?
Yeah,
Something like
that's
that.
what I said. That's what I said,
Ah, okay.
but like in, with an accent.
They have-
You swallow a
like-
lot of letters.
They have very, very weird like word for 80 and 90. It's like 4 times 20, so they're
Yeah.
like 80. That's like really weird.
90 is 90.
Yeah,
90.
that's really stupid if you ask me.
I find it really funny.
Ridiculous.
I find it really funny.
Yeah.
It's easy to understand, and then you can just call everything, because you only have to learn like 1 to 20, and then from that point onward, it's only gonna be, in multipliers of 20.
Maybe, yeah.
Kinda.
Well, it's much longer
Yeah.
than just saying like, I don't know what should be the word for 90 in French language, and I don't really want to know, but
19?
90.
90?
If there was like a normal word, how
Oh,
it
yeah.
sound?
Okay. Lino 90. We have got. Oh, mTw now needs to break for 1 minute. Okay. They're thinking about the strategy. Don't you think? They're thinking like, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Yeah. Maybe their French senses are just tingling. Is somebody talking about the French language? I need to check this out. And they're just checking.
Yeah. Oh. Kebab doesn't work in real life. Is that the reason? That doesn't sound like a reason why we would be slower with the delay. Oh well. Why there would be a delay even more. Anyway, we'll see. So are we expecting the Sand King to go down? Yes or no? Are you expecting?
Excuse me?
Are you expecting the Sand King to go
I'm
down?
expecting Sand King to die. And Mirana and Chen to leave.
Well, we'll see it, because we're gonna unpause. There they go, and there's an arrow, nice one, hits on the Lena, and
Wow.
here comes the Chaos Knight as well. We'll be able to land the stun and a Reality Rift if he wants to. Burrow Strike and a meter from the Sand King. 3 seconds long, landing on Mirana, but Mirana is just gonna continue running away. Reality Rift there as well, Cold Snap, Mirana is gonna go down, and for sure, last hit goes to Lena, and it was Sand King that actually managed to get away there, as he got sent home by the Chen, because we forgot about that.
This actually played out really well by NEXT.kz. Almost saving all of their heroes. Sadly, there was a 3-second stun up on the Mirana, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 3 seconds.
So,
That's the most
give
you
them a
can
lot
get
of
at that
time.
level.
Again, if that was 1 second stun, he might have been able to leave.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No, it
That's
was
pretty much
it was in time for the Invoker to get out the Cold Snap, and that was it.
And the bot lane, Fancy is probably dead right now.
Burst Strike there's the dust as well. Scream, Shadow Strike, last hit, Sand King. Kill on the Bounty Hunter, and NEXT.kz just making sure they are keeping the kill score even. This is now 2 for 2.
He got 4 actual CS onto the tower, the bounty hunter. He was 6 for 0, so he can now afford the boots at least. Still no stout shield. I'm kind of... Well, maybe it's not good anymore, but it's a really good item to have on melee heroes, especially like bounty hunter.
True. Is your gold craft bugged, by the way?
Let me check. Oh, well, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but the difference is shown exactly as it is at this stage. Yeah.
And with one tower in favor, I mean that's basically the tower right there that we see the gold difference be. I have to say, Synderen is being very careless. Well, he just know that Sun King did pick up an invisibility room, but he doesn't really seem to care. He's quite confident in his lane, of course, rightfully so. And it's gonna be Fancy that's gonna be the target once again.
Fancy is the easiest target right now, so might as well kill him off a few times.
Yeah,
and maybe even get a tower on top of that.
Well, the Chen is standing by, ready with his Troll Warlord.
Wow, Fancy.
Puff the dust, and there's the ward as well, the dust. Burst Strike actually is not hitting. There's the web helping out there. Will be enough though. Just a face. He's just running. He got boots. He's fine.
A lot of mistakes by NEXT.kz in that one. I mean,
yeah.
Burrow Strike didn't hit, and Queen of Pain actually not using her Shadow Strike, which gives a lot of slow. It's one of the best slows on level 1. And yeah, just Fancy must feel really happy right now about escaping this one.
Yeah, he's gonna celebrate maybe with the kill up on Stalkat. And there is the blink out. It's a great positioning from him. He doesn't have mana for another Shuriken toss, but we'll have it shortly. Just 5 mana. Oh, the tower actually saw him. Those trees getting chipped away is enough there. Does he still want to go for that? He's just sticking around there. Stalkat now knows that he's there. But mTw, Cinder and Alina backing out. There goes the Shuriken toss, but Windrunner should be safe.
Fancy just trolling around a bit, I guess.
Yeah, kind of wasting his time there, and also making the experience being shared up between 3 people rather than 2. It's gonna be Chaos Knight still at level 5, Lina at level 4. That's
Yeah, sometimes what happens, if you play Bounty Hunter, use the walk, and it's fairly long. I mean the Shadow Walk, especially on higher levels, so on the early levels you kind of like just stand there and don't expect it to run off, and you actually did.
Yeah.
Didn't really watch the, the timing of the spell. So then he just was like, okay, she sees me, I might just troll a bit around here. Just stand here for a while. But who knows, yeah, he's a French guy, so might be something very weird going on.
We have a smoke up on the middle lane, by the way. Chen and the Sand King. Reality Rift there, though. Shackle latching between 2. Great Shackle. Burst Strike hits on 2 as well. Power Shot going to 2. It's gonna be Chen that takes care of the Chaos Knight, and it's gonna be Lina that's gonna be on the run. No more mana left on the Sand King, so they won't go for anything else anymore. And Sunstrike did not do anything there, but what a great Shackle that was. And a level 2 Shackle over that range. Quite impressive, but of course also the Reality Rift helping out there, I guess. They just initiated at the same time.
Yeah, and great play by NEXT.kz to counter gank this. I mean, the kill on the Chaos Knight is like very good at this moment.
Yeah, it wasn't the first time he died as well, so definitely solid. Windrunner got 1k gold. It's gonna go for face boots. Pick those up right now. And actually, Queen of Pain. Look at her items, and then look at her gold.
Yeah.
Like she has not bought boots yet. Oh, she bought stuff. From
can just go for the Necromonicon.
No, she went for the Perseverance. So she's gonna go for that Lincoln Sphere, most likely. Just to stop those stuns from happening. Dust going off there. Bounty Hunter. Can he get away from this location if he wants to? Yes, he can, but he won't be able to because he is dead. Queen of Pain taking the last hit.
Yep, that would be a very, very early Lincolns.
Yeah.
For her. She might still go like Bloodstone, but doesn't look like it should actually go for them.
No, Lincolns would be such a great item here. I mean, there is a lot that can be stopped by that, and a lot of stuns as well, and that's gonna be painful for the Queen of Pain, those stuns. So just being able to block those out is just a massive advantage for her, indeed. As you probably
so much CS, I mean,
sorry.
Creep kills as well as deny. Only Chaos Knight is close.
I mean, 52 for 37, really. Enigma is actually pretty close at 55, but not on the nice though, but just on last hits. But of course,
And
those are
it's
jungle
the
heroes as well.
yeah, jungle creeps.
So it's a bit colored. Okay, it's at 44. 3 heroes farming quite nicely on mTw though, and 4 heroes farming nicely on NEXT.kz. Just needs to be mentioned. And Chen actually the one with already 2 kills in his pocket as well.
And it all comes down to Fancy just having a really bad lane.
Yeah.
He just 8 for 0 while the kind of solo heroes on NEXT.kz there are at least 30 all of them.
Yeah, but
Mirana.
he is level 6 now, and we see him moving towards the middle lane.
Yep.
It's gonna be Bucking Mad, that's gonna be here too. And he is gonna go for that tower. They wanna go for the tower, wanna take a fight. As soon as the track is up, they wanna take a kill. They need to take a kill, get that gold up.
Yeah, it's only way for Fancy to come back in this game. He can't really stand on any line at this moment because, you know, every hero obliterates him from Mirana, Queen of Pain or the Windrunner. They just destroy him. Because he has no survivability and no stout shield as well as I was talking about before. Just kill them so fast with the attack. Might snatch a frag on Mirana right now, together with Invoker.
Yeah, let's see if they're gonna do it though. Sunstrike
Oh,
is gonna hit. Actually, wow, walks right into them. And leap was
Okay.
perfect, but that, well, sure, Contas will still chase it down. And that was actually a first track kill being done there. So extra gold for mTw. And that's gonna be, hopefully for them, the start of extra gold for everybody the whole time.
This is like the worst soundtrack I ever saw turned into the best one.
Yep.
Like, Suggs is probably like, oh, I expected that. I expected him to move right back into it.
Yep,
But
that's what
probably
he's gonna say. It was all intended. Another track up on the Windrunner. Yeah. I mean, he wanted to run back with that, well, when Evoker started moving a bit forward, but then he saw the then he saw the bounty hunter and walked right back into the Sunstrike again. It was quite entertaining.
it's really weird. And like, well, a good frag from TW. It's a track frag as well. So.
Yeah, they're gonna try to either push the tower or take kills. It's gonna be either one of those.
And Equal actually buying up the power threats and not going for like a super fast Lincolns. And that indicates he would like to help his team before he's getting the Lincolns. Because he kind of need the boots to be able to be really powerful early on.
Yeah, and Chen has this mechanism now, will make a big difference if they are indeed going to be forcing a team fight from mTw. There's going to be a surprise mechanism up on the Radiant side, and that will help them out massively. As we have got Stand King. Oh, you gonna see the courier? No, he's backing out. He saw the courier though, but well, the Eidolons made him change his mind. And of course,
he has it much faster than the Enigma does the mech, because Enigma actually went for power threats as well as the Soul Ring. And they killed off the top tower as well, so that helps him a lot.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really need the Soul Ring as the Enigma doesn't. He opted for the power threats as well, as I said. So yeah, they might take advantage of that, seeing as there's no mech up on the mTw side. Although NEXT.kz needs to defend this top tower. It would be such a free tower right now.
Yeah, it's very low on HP as well. No,
Oh, wow.
a healing hand. Hand of God. Black Hole actually catches 2 hero here of NEXT.kz. Decimator is not going to stop Enigma there. He might still go down though. Couple of right clicks needed. And it's going to be Stelka that's going to try to do that, but gets stunned for 3 seconds. And it's going to be Chaos Knight and will still get taken down by Equal, who is on the chase. Blinks, screams, gets a double kill. Enigma going down, 3 down on the side of mTw right now, as we have 2 very low heroes up on NEXT.kz side, both Sand King as well as the Windrunner. Sand King actually uses Epicenter in that. Sunstrike is not gonna hit on Reeves, unfortunately for Invoker, and the tower is getting pressured. And who were the first two to go down, by the way? I missed that. Was it Lina and someone else?
Oh, Queen of Pain probably, because I saw her buying back. I believe so.
Yeah, Queen of Pain buying back. Stun, Chen, getting stunned by Lina as well, and he will be going down. Lina's Dragon Slave ending it, and it's gonna be Sonic Wave finishing up the Lina. Equal did still have mana for that, and is on the chase.
Yep.
Gonna be 2 second stun. Sunstrike not hitting. Cold Snap hits though, and Equal getting taken down here for the second time. And that buyback, I mean, she did get 3 kills in between, I guess, but She's gonna be dead for another 40 seconds, and that's just painful.
And she swapped his power threads too late. I mean, he was missing like 10 mana for the blink, so he needed to swap the power thread. Yeah, that's as he's talking right now.
Yeah.
And then when he actually swapped it, Cold Snap was up on him, so he wasn't able to blink out. Also a little bit of payback coming out of the equal on Kebab, because he used the Laguna Blade to kill him off before.
Yeah.
Then he just was killed off by the Sonic Wave out from the Queen of Pain.
Ulti versus
Which wasn't
ulti.
worth in the end for him.
No,
he died.
a Lina kill is not worth dying for, indeed. Lina, who actually has 3 kills for herself. Oh, this is a very dangerous rune here. Invisibility rune up on the Chaos Knight, and he's looking for the Mirana. I mean, they don't have any wards up. Actually, neither team has wards up. That's quite surprising. So he doesn't know he picked that up, but he's not gonna be able to find a kill just yet. Not just yet. Still wants it though. Oh, hello Mirana. There we go. 2 seconds stun landing. Sunstrike as well. Sunstrike is actually not hitting. Reality Rift is still there if he wants to, but he's not going to be able to do that. Queen of Pain blinking in. Arrow is not going to hit. Shackle not latching. There's Lina as well. Stun is not hitting. TP out. Will be in time. No kills being done.
Shackle's actually very close to Shackle Balls, Lina's Chaos Knight. That would be disaster for them. Well, this one was really far away on the other hand. But yeah, the first one was actually, if he hit the Lina with that as well as the Chaos Knight, that would be huge for NEXT.kz, but he didn't. Needed millimeters. And the bot lane, the Fancy.
Yeah, Epicenter being usually taken down, Sand King taking the last hit. And they didn't even use Dust for that, knowing that he would not be able to go anywhere.
Fancy decided to go for the medallion, so they might take Roshan somehow fast in this game.
Yeah.
But it gives him no survivability.
Yeah, let's rip 4 seconds stun. Chen getting taken down here very fast. Enigma taking the last hit. It did buy enough time for Mirana to get away as well for the Sand King, who had TP down, or actually was sent back by the Chen. So that is something, but wow. And Chen has to pay for that with his creeps as well. But at least he saved his teammate.
He definitely did. And the range on the Reality Rift, I mean, it's just ridiculous, like 700. And just he took him back so far. Wouldn't even matter in this case, but still, it's such a strong spell.
Yep. We have got a tier 1 tower dropping here now. Last tier 1 tower on the side of NEXT.kz dropping to the Chaos Knight, giving him extra gold. Let's see what he has so far. Looks like he might be building towards a BKB, which is actually a very good item for him to have, just because there's a lot of magical damage out coming from NEXT.kz. Maybe Sonic Wave as well as the Epicenter, and he just wants to be able to stay alive and do his thing in the meantime.
I'm not a fan of BKB upon Chaos Knight, but it might prove to be a good item here. We'll see about it.
Mirana's ultimate juice, they want to go for this. They don't have an Epicenter anymore. Shackle's not latching, and that actually might decide them. Yeah, they're gonna go back. Burst Strike still hitting 4 seconds stun on the Sand King. Will he be sent back in time? No, he's not. He will be taken down here. Arrow from Mirana coming in from the side. Shackle is latching this time upon the Bounty Hunter. Sonic Wave going through to 3 heroes, and Queen of Pain blinking after taking a kill. Might take more if she gonna take this Invoker kill. I'm not sure. No, she is not. She is down. Invoker taking the last hit. Black Hole being casted, only catches the Chen, and Windrunner from behind, making sure that it doesn't get channeled anymore. Takes him down with a power shot, getting a double kill for it. It's gonna be Bounty Hunter that's gonna be on the run, as well as the Invoker, who already was home. And that is definitely a fight that NEXT.kz took successfully, only losing the Queen of Pain as well as the Sand King. Did the Sand King buy back? Actually, no, he was just not at a high level, so...
I think the Windrunner might have brought back.
Did she die then?
Didn't she? She died in the beginning, right?
No, that was the Sand King.
Okay.
She did not buy back,
but
at least, if she did die.
I think mTw should be really happy about that outcome. It could be much worse. Because the Queen of Pain ultimate landed perfectly, and as well as her Scream of Pain, you know. And Fancy. Just, yeah.
Burst Strike Epicenter once again. Fancy is not having a fun game. He died 4 times so far. I mean, he got some track kills, but yeah, not really as much as he probably would have wanted to do.
He needs to boost his HP at least a bit with Bracer to go into the drums or something like that.
Yeah, maybe
because he's so raw right now.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just for the Epicenter if he's gonna take that more.
At least the power threat. I mean, he would actually live through this if he had more HP because there's no detection upon something.
He has a dust still if he wants to.
Oh, he does. Cool. I'm sorry about that.
No, he just chose not to use it because so far the last two times
Yeah.
he used Epicenter, both to kill off Fonzie actually. He was dead before he needed it, so being quite confident in the damage that he's putting out. And Chen with no mana on his way to the bottom lane. They're gonna probably try to push down this last tier 1 tower from mTw. Burst strike there, Shackle lands, power shot going through, and there goes the Chaos Knight. Quick, clean kill, Winter taking the last hit. There was no chance.
Still a good kill, because they will get a tower on top of that as well. Might get 2 as well.
Yeah, mTw is not really doing anything yet. What's Fonzie doing chasing this Queen of Pain? I mean, Queen of Pain is level 14, Fonzie level 9. He is not going to be able to kill her off. It's quite surprising. Yeah, we actually have 2 heroes now from mTw on this bottom lane. They want to take down, or make sure that pushing is not happening, and successfully so. Because the side of an Invoker will make sure that NEXT.kz is backing off. All 3 heroes.
Yep. And he's actually kind of close to the Hex if he decides to go for it, the Invoker.
Wow, yeah, 3k
And
gold
Queen of
for him.
Pain has her Lincolns completed right now, and he bought a cloak as well. Or someone did.
Who did?
Probably Queen of Pain, yeah, she did. Oh,
Yeah, picked up a cloak indeed. You've got
interesting.
Invoker and picking up a TP scroll, and now indeed is gonna go for the Mystic Staff, making sure that the donkey flew all the way for nothing because, yeah, there we go, because he didn't have space for the TP scroll. Sorry.
And there are threats up for the Bounty Hunter finally.
Finally, the next
Also-
HP. I wonder if he's gonna be able to stay alive though. I mean, he's still level 10 versus Sand King. That's also level 10, almost level 11. So with the level 2 ultimate, might still have the same outcome as before though.
Mhm.
Shadow Strike, Chaos Knight backing off. Queen of Pain doesn't
We
want to
also
chase.
see 4 staff upon the Windrunner, which we didn't talk about, but it's pretty standard. And Mirana goes for Yasha, so probably Manta style.
Yep,
This
and
time
then,
around, cool choice against Bounty Hunter, just to erase that track from him, for example.
Yep, and just to have some extra illusion as well. I mean, she wants to copy the Chaos Knight. He has Phantasm, she has a Met style. No, of course not, but yeah.
Yep.
Just a nice item to have. And we do have wards up. Actually, I like that this Sentry Ward is not countering that ward that they have there. So that's quite funny. And Blink Dagger up for the Sun King. And it looks
I
like they
don't
want
know.
to use it instantly. They want to push out, force out a team fight on this bottom lane. Here comes the Sand King. He's gonna stand in the back. Oh, look at this. I do like Sand King being played.
Yeah, he's a fun hero.
Definitely blood going
Okay.
through. Where-
Let's see about them.
Yeah,
Epicenter.
there's the channeling,
Go.
there's the blink, first strike, and Epicenter going through. There goes the
Great.
Enigma, there goes Kebab actually having to back off there. Chaos Knight still trying to kill off the Mirana. Cold Snap at 3 seconds stun landing on the Mirana, but the mechanism will help her stay alive as Mirana will back out. Chaos Knight dying to the Windrunner power shot, and Chen takes down the Invoker. We have Queen of Pain down up on the Radiant side, but 3 down for mTw so far, and they might be able to push into the tier 3 tower right now. Mirana will be sent home, should be safe.
Radiant's top tower is under
Oh,
attack.
great epicenter by the Sand King, stunning the right targets. There was no way that Enigma could pull his black hole off.
Yeah.
And then as well as great power shot in the end of the fight. The CK almost escaped, but the power shot came and killed him off. Lina TP'd out, which is lucky for mTw to have at least, Lina survive.
Something.
Because
They
he was-
had the
he was
Bounty
really-
Hunter survive
really close.
as well, though.
Yeah.
Bounty Hunter by himself, well, we saw that early. He's not able to do anything yet for himself. He needs that help from his team. At least they killed off the Queen of Pain, so that is something. They got something in return, which I think they should be happy about. Definitely, because it was a surprise Blink Dagger. They thought he wasn't there. They thought they didn't have to worry about it. Like, we don't see him, so no epicenter. But it could have gone worse. It could have gone into a team wipe. Of course, it could have
Definitely.
gone better too if there was a black
I'm not
hole.
exactly sure why mTw took this fight. I mean, they already lost the tower, so there was nothing they had to fight about. They didn't know about the blink, at least I think so. So, at least they know now. Without the blink,
They
they could
definitely know now.
would win the fight.
Yeah, without the blink dagger,
And
everything would have been would have changed. They would have probably came out ahead then in that case, especially if they were able to get a black hole and they already killed off the Queen of Pain at the start of the fight.
did Queen of Pain just bought the Basilius, or did he have it before? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, like,
I think he bought it.
bought it, right? Like 23 minutes Basilius, it can work out. It gives armor, which is great. He might have had it though. If someone knows, write it in the chat, please. But I just saw it appearing in her inventory while he was in the base. So I'm thinking he might have just bought it to give the armor aura to his team.
Yep, could be. Oh, Synderen thought it was a real Sand King, but it was not.
Poor Cinderon.
Yeah.
And he's going for that BK.
Oh, next fight though, there will be an Evoker. Side Device is complete, so he will have that one, and that will be something that will change the team fight around as well. I mean, that could have almost as big impact as a Blink Dagger upon the Sand King. Maybe not as much, but still quite some. Even though if he shows himself now, it will be visible. Oh, pause. In the meantime, we have a massive quick wave putting out or being chasing down the bounty hunter. Sorry, what is up?
Manta style up on the Mirana.
Good one. You have everyone is kind of finishing off their items. Of course, Windrunner is still building towards her sheepstick, but she will not have that up for a while, unless they're gonna be able to take some team fights. Chaos Knight still not has his BKB. He is really having a tough time. I mean, he died 5 times, has only got 1 kill so far. Has been in 8 of the 10 kills that they have done though, so that is a good one. But last hit white, I mean, he still needs that 500 extra gold for that BKB, and that might well, it's a very late BKB if that's his first item that he's going for.
It's like Chaos Knight, the reality rift is great, but if you use it, then you kind of have to commit. So he tends to die a lot in the early game when he doesn't have a lot of HP yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a lot of HP, but not enough to live through all of this. So if he starts off the fight with reality rift, then a lot of focus comes down on him, and then he dies. And there's another tower up on for the NEXT.kz. Yep. Easy one.
Easy one indeed, as they might be thinking about the last tier 2 tower there. The blink came out from the Windrunner as they popped the smoke. Maybe trying to get some straight that is gonna continue farming somewhere, like the bounty hunter, for example. And they have a ward up there, so he thinks he's safe.
I think I actually saw only one black hole this game in the mid lane, which was kind of a waste.
Yeah, burns like that. Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yep. So mTw might just need that one good black hole, or at least a solid black hole, or any black hole at all.
They need that fight, preferably 3-on-5, where they're the 5 and the opponent is 3.
Oh, yeah.
And then indeed catch them all in a black hole and have all the damage, because they can't do that. That's what a black hole is for. They're gonna be scouted out for this Roshan though. Here comes the Fort Spirit. Meteor coming down as well. Dragonblade killing off the one Wildkin. Burrow Strike though. Invoker, Shadow Strike. Arrow hitting, killing it off. Mirana taking the kill. That'll teach him from getting close to their Roshan. And that will give them a free Roshan as well. Because without the Invoker, I mean, they can't really do anything. He used his sheepstick also. Oh, what? What did I just say, Lena?
Irons in the fire.
What was she doing there all by herself? What was she thinking? Getting shackled at the same spot as the Invoker did, also.
Yeah. mTw just making a lot of unnecessary mistakes for like no reason. And it just shows that maybe they are not that confident with playing this kind of picks. I mean, I saw Cinderon playing Chaos Knight a few times, but I never saw Sox playing Invoker. And you know, only fucking Mad is on the hero we saw him play a lot. I mean, if they pick the bounty hunter, then Fancy is obviously the one who's plays it, but they don't play him as often, or at least I didn't see them.
Well, what of course could be something. I mean, they won the first game really fast and really convincingly, and there was really nothing that NEXT.kz could do. So maybe they felt like, okay, so we're gonna see this maybe more in some practice because we want to try out something new, and this team doesn't seem like it's gonna prove much of an opponent. Gonna prove to be much of an opponent to us. So we're just gonna try something new and use it as practice rather than anything else. And in this case, it didn't really work out. So far, it might still though. It might still.
It's they get the solid turtle heroes like Enigma, when you can really go into the base to that like choke point. And yeah, they have also a great late game hero in the Chaos Knight if they want. Invoker spells are great for turtling as well, so they might still easily win this if they want to. But they need to avoid the mistakes like getting randomly
Like-
picked off in the roach pit,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Just walking on one by one, that doesn't really help. At least Chaos Knight has his BKB done, so he will be able to walk into the team fight like he wants to and actually stay alive this time. That will make a big difference. I'm really curious if they're gonna actually have another forced team fight though. Because BKB will be up on Bounty Hunter as well, and I don't think mTw wants to be the one to force out the team fight. And NEXT.kz clearly had the advantage in the previous one because there was a surprise Blink Dagger. But right now, I mean, their Blink Dagger has been spotted, so they know that they are no longer having that advantage, and in that case, they might just decide, okay, it's too risky, we're just gonna wait until it comes to us, and we're gonna be confident that we can take the late game because we got a Queen of Pain and a Mirana and a Windrunner with the potential to semi-carry.
Yes.
While the Dire side only has a Bounty Hunter that's underfarmed, but has his BKB now, so that's something, and a Chaos Knight that's underfarmed.
They can definitely take the late game as well. It all depends on the items with these picks at least. And we saw 4 staff being bring to Chen, so he has the 4 staff now.
Nice.
As well as the Side of Vice up on the Windrunner, and look what Queen of Pain goes for, which is quite amazing. We might finally see a Skadi.
Oh, a Skadi Queen of Pain. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah. Really? It was kind of common item, like earlier.
Yeah, but that
No,
wasn't
not
healthy
lately, but you
earlier.
know, like a few years back. It's
Yeah.
like one of the best items on her.
I was not aware of any competitive Dota going on then.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, it will be interesting to see. And she just does have the farm for it. I mean, look at her farm still highest up on the map next to Enigma, of course, but still Enigma also jungle creep, so can't really compare it to that all that much. But 191, 92 creep skilled so far. And yeah, just gonna add some more with that.
Yeah, there are 3 BKBs up on mTw right now. On Enigma, Bounty Hunter, as well as the Chaos Knight. So they might be confident to take a defensive mass fight near their tower. We see about that.
Yep.
But they might not know about the Side of Vice. Maybe now they do. But if you can actually initiate with Side of Vice on a hero with BKB, you can kill him off while he's under the effect of the hex.
What's Sand King doing? They know he's there.
Tower is under attack.
Is he just sitting and hoping that he
Having
can get a
fun.
team fight going there? Hoping that he's
Yep.
in the right spot. Well,
It's kind of a
mTw
good
saw
spot,
him
no?
going there though.
Oh,
Oh,
lucky.
being turned to Piglet. It's gonna be the Windrunner, Deafening Blast going through as well.
Oh, well done, Arrow.
Hammerpot, and he still gets picked up. Sandkin in the meantime coming in, killing off the Enigma. Lina's gonna get picked up by the Queen of Pain. Has Mirana's ultimate, but look at that Chaos Knight. He's just big, he's tanky, he is trapped, he is dead. Actually, Mirana making sure that happens. Leaping away, gonna try to chase down the Invoker, who makes himself invisible, but there's a dust. And that's gonna be a kill. One more right click and Mirana takes another kill. And Epicenter was not even used for that fight. And it's 4 heroes down for mTw. And they only got the Windrunner, which was the one hero they initiated on in the first place. But the one hero that was back. Actually, wow, Funzy.
Funzy.
Last one alive. Arrows not hitting. There is no more dust. So he is gonna be out of there safe. But definitely not a fight that mTw was hoping for. They did not use the black hole once again because the team fight was just so very spread out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I mean, they knew where to not take the team fight. They were actually the ones to initiate, but
Dire's top tower
Just
has
no.
fallen.
just no. Anything you want to share about that team fight? Still there?
Put me out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm sorry, I need to talk with someone for a while.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, the team fight. Some things happened that I was talking about. First of all, the hex up on the Enigma. So yeah, Fancy's dead. Meanwhile, maybe.
Yeah, Pilgrim's BKB might still try to do something, but gets picked off by the Mirana once again. Right click damage will not be stopped by BKB. Reality Rift in the meantime on the Queen of Pain. 4 seconds stun. Gets turned to a Piglet as well. 4 step forward though. Arrow landing on the Chaos Knight. Queen of Pain still being able to blink away out of there as the Sunstrike is not gonna hit. And Marana picks up an MKB as mTw chases down the Chen. I think they will be fine though, even though Synderen is of course a lot faster. But yeah, just for a Chen, you don't want to risk being caught out, and the rest of his team is no longer there to catch him out. So no extra kill for mTw, even though the last kill that was not done in the team fight earlier was still done by NEXT.kz. They managed to pick off the Bounty Hunter, which was the only one that didn't die there.
And Skadi is now up on Queen of Pain, awesome. As well as the MKB up on Mirana, so their big heroes are getting really huge. And the last match that we were talking about that mTw really needs that black hole, and as well about the fact that if you get hexed before you use your BKB, then it's kind of worthless if they manage to kill you off. And he wasn't even just hexed, he also got arrowed while he was hexed. It was a really close arrow, but a good one. So they killed him off because before he used his black hole. And Chaos Knight actually used his BKB in that fight, but he's all about his illusions, and actually they don't get the BKB. That's why I don't really like BKB up on the Chaos Knight. I prefer to boost my illusions with, you know, strength items and stuff like that.
Yeah. Just pure item.
So he lost his illusions pretty fast, or at least I believe so. He wasn't able to dish out the damage in the end. So, and he died in the BKB just from the right click attacks from the opponent.
Yeah, from Marana, making sure that those BKBs don't mean anything to her. I mean, look at her. She has got the Aegis as well, that has not been used yet. It's really, yeah.
There's now the MKB to disrupt the Enigma's black hole if he wants to, even through the BKB. I think or at least I think it goes to the BKB, it should.
It does. You have to be lucky with that, though. Of course.
Well, it's a lot of percentages. Oh, fancy. Man. You would want to forget about this game really soon, I guess.
Yeah, I think so too. At least, wow, okay, this might make me the difference. We have got Enigma picking up a Blink Dagger. Whoa, Jen going down to the Lina, actually using a Laguna Blade for that. Looks like Invoker's gonna pay for that with a life though. Sonic Wave, Shackle, Shokska is going down. And maybe Lina will go down here as well because Marana has Sankin coming in from the side. There goes Lina, Burst Strike still hitting on the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight's not gonna be able to get out from that one. Sankin taking the last hit, 4 heroes down for mTw once again, and this time it's only Enigma left alive, so he might be able to get a black hole off, but there will be nobody to do the damage. And the next case he rotates to the
Skadi is actually a good item to have against the BKB because you actually slow through it. And Equal is so tanky right now with this item build that he picked up the gem as well. So no invisibility for Bounty Hunter or the Invoker. Just good item choice, and it looks extremely good for the next case. We might see a GG very soon. Yeah, if there isn't like a perfect black hole.
I haven't checked the gold crafts in a while because it's been so clear into NEXT.kz's advantage. Whoa, Shackle doesn't let Burst Strikes hits on 2 though. And Nick power shot, he wants to do his black hole, gets a black hole, only gets spawned though before he goes down to the Queen of Pain. There goes Marana as well, but she has the Aegis, so she will be up again doing that damage that she wants. And actually gets a 3 seconds not up on her. Burst Strike goes through Hand of God, power shot hits too. Bounty Hunter, the only one left alive here, is going down as well. Double kill for Queen of Pain. They're gonna chase down the Lina next. Look at that damage by Queen of Pain as well. And there she goes, getting a triple kill. And that's gonna be Invoker left alive. Only one of his team. Power shot. Queen of Pain. Ultra kill for her. And there's the GG, as you said.
As we saw, the Skadi power right there, getting ultra kill. Easy.
Definitely. 4k gold up in her already as well. With that ultra kill. And I have to say, I mean, I was not expecting this to happen, and this is, I mean, we saw now, this is the 3rd game today that I saw from NEXT.kz, and the first 2 were without Mantis, and that is just such a massive difference from the team that I saw the previous 2 games. I mean, the previous
they were much more confident.
Yeah. They were just themselves again, able to take down mTw here. In this was a GosuLeague match for Division 1. It was a match between NEXT.kz and mTw. mTw managed to take 1 game as well as NEXT.kz, so they both got 1 point. And at the end of the season, the team with the most points wins, and we will see who that is going to be. My name is Sheever. You can follow me on the SheeverGaming.com, where you can find my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Twitter, where you can follow, like, and subscribe if you want to. My co-caster is Tulex, and go like him on Facebook.com/mTw.Tulex, as we will see another game, but you won't be able to be there, will you? Because you have to play yourself. Do you have anything else to add to this game?
Yep, shout out to Mantis for like I love their pick. I have to be honest here. I love all their heroes aside from the Chen. I mean, they are fun heroes to play, fun heroes to watch. So thank you for a great game, and yeah, also shout out to mTw for trying something we don't see them that often playing, or at least yet.
Yeah,
And hopefully it will work out better for them next time.
indeed so. And we'll leave this end screen up for a little while longer so people can watch that. By the way, if you want to know more about the GosuLeague Division 1, go check out gosugamers.net/Dota2, and then there's a link in the top right of the menu thing, and you just can see GosuLeague Division 1. There's also Division 2, if you want to check more about that, which, for example, Navi is in Division 2, so you might want to check that out as well. And yeah, we're going to go on to a Division 2 match, actually. It's going to be Infused versus DPP, so stick around for that. As I'm just going to switch overlays so you don't see a password that was used.
Okay, I need to go really fast.
Yeah,
So
thank you for
thank you
joining
for
me.
having me. It was fun.